So some stuff is already starting to be put out on display at Toy Fair 2018 over here, and it looks like Flame Toys and Kuro Kara Kuri, which are two companies here, are displaying their licensed G1 figures and model kits. And the ones that they have on display at the time being are that of their Tarn, their Drift, and then you have a Starscream, a Optimus Prime, and their Star Saber from IDW. Now we've talked about the Star Saber in the past already, but all the other ones here are more or less new reveals. Specifically, the Starscream and the Optimus Prime. And keep in mind these are non-transformable figures, and I mean they list them as model kits. So I'm kind of curious. On what level is this a model kit? Is it something more along the lines of a Gundam model kit that's going to be molded in plastic, but done molded in plastic and color that paint and glue is not necessary? Or
Right.
is this something that's going to be more of a real model kit of a resin kit that I'm more used to from say Japan, which you really need to have a lot of building skills.
Hmm.
These model kits obviously don't look like they transform at all. Um, and it looks like they're more of a stylized kind of design. The Optimus Prime is more very Obari looking, I guess is the best way to put it.
Yeah, very much so.
And same,
Same with the
yeah,
Starscream.
the
Look at
Starscream
it.
also. It's a very unique look for them, and the information thus far, there's not much known. It's just it's display only, and I mean these clearly look painted. So it's hard to tell what the actual non-painted items, which again, when you look at a model kit and it's just molded in plastic, it says originally these were planned to only be sold in Asia, but will now be getting a U.S. release, and that's why they're
Oh
showing up
wow.
here at Toy Fair to show off that these will be getting a U.S. release. And it's interesting. They look interesting, but I've never fancied a lot of Transformer fans of that gunpla kind of world. And the only time
Yeah.
really Transformer fans ever had to deal with that was like when they had the Kabaya kits and stuff like that. But I
Mm.
never really seen Transformer fans paint their Kabaya kits, or any.
Oh, be that hardcore about it.
Yeah, they kind of they just assemble them, slap on the stickers, and that's it. So it's going to be really interesting to see something of this capacity. And again, like to my knowledge, like I'm thinking really back, like when it comes to official kits by in relation to Transformers, outside of Wonderfest with their resin kits, and I know MC Axis back in the day did some late G1 kits of Hot Rod and Elita 1 and RC. There wasn't really a lot of model kits related to Transformers outside of Kabaya and on the Japanese side of things. Kabaya did some Beast Wars ones too. So this is going to be something of a more, like I said, that gunpla 1 by 144, 1 by 100, HG, PG, MG,
Yeah, yeah.
anyone who's familiar with what we're talking about, like it seems like we're going to finally have something a lot more along that line, where now you're going to be now building something a lot more with poly caps.
When are they gonna like homage those paper? Remember that paper Starscream we
Oh
found back
yeah.
in the day? Yeah, they should homage that.
I don't know. Like
That
I look at
paper
the Optimus
puzzle.
Prime and I see already. You look at the joints and you see the poly caps that are normally used with like 1 by 144 Gundams.
Yeah,
So like
exactly.
I'm getting that vibe. I feel like you know this is uh, this is very much so a kind of product that I'm familiar with building in the past. So it won't be something new to me. But I'm curious how a modern day Transformer fans who aren't familiar with Gundam, let's say, and how they'll handle this. But that's cool though.